Yo, what is going on, Summoner? Welcome to my League of Legends guide. My name is Foxy, and this time I'm going to share with you my 5 steps on how to master a champion in the fastest and probably most efficient way possible. Whether you've just seen a Yasuo going for a crazy 1 vs 9 play and you want to do it yourself and style on your opponents, or if you just want to pick a champion that is currently really strong in the meta and pick that sweet free LP as fast as possible, whatever it is, in this guide I want to make sure that you can master your desired champion as fast as you possibly can. And you're probably asking yourself, why do I think that this guide is the fastest and most efficient, proven way to do it? Well, that's because I've done it myself. I recently wanted to start playing Zeri. I wanted to master the champion, so I followed these 6 steps and actually managed to get really crazy results with this. I actually managed to get 70% win ratio to be exact. So, without further interruption, let's get right into the guide. Tip number 1, and I like to call this one starting from the basics. I think that this tip is overlooked by many, and all you need to do here is read your champion's abilities. It's really simple yet effective, and let me show you when it comes in handy. I will use the 0-10 god himself, Yasuo, as an example here. Did you know that 15 seconds after using Yasuo's ultimate, his critical strikes gain 50% bonus armor penetration, or that his ultimate blink will automatically try to position himself outside of the turret range? If you knew those facts, not gonna lie, you're a champion, man. Or just a League of Legends addict, just like me. But I do believe that most people that have watched this video didn't. And just imagine how impactful it is knowing that 15 seconds after you've used your ultimate, you suddenly deal damage to tanks. Or maybe you're playing versus a really passive player who just really love hugging his turret, and you're too scared to dive in because you don't know that you will automatically be placed outside the turret range with your ult. So, after we understood how important it actually is, go ahead, open your browser, type lolwiki, then type your character name in there, and just cruise through the information. And for those of you who are 100% sure they will continue playing this champion, go the extra mile, search a guide for your champion, and read that one as well. Just a small note there. Please make sure that the person who wrote this guide is not a 2 million mastery points Timo who sits in bronze. Alright, so you chose your champion. Maybe it's Zeri, maybe it's Zed, or maybe it's Annie. Whoever you chose, you know what your abilities are doing by reading them. You went the extra mile, you've read a guide on the champion, and now you know smaller interactions. You're probably all pumped up to your next ranked game. Well, this is where our second tip comes in handy, and I call it the right practice environment. And let me give you a little spoiler. No, you can't queue straight up to ranked game. What you need to understand here is that in order to maximize the efficiency of learning a new champion, you need to take it slow. You either go to normal games or you go to practice hall, and you practice there. Just like riding a bicycle for the first time, you most likely start with training wheels, just to make sure you won't fall, or in our case, to make sure you will not lose your LP. And let's go into further details. Ranked is a stressful environment. You have 4 monkeys on your team that are shouting at you through chat, go there, do that, and then you have your LP on the other side begging you to get some more of that. And you don't want to disappoint not yourself and not your team. So adding another stressful factor, a new champion, where you constantly need to think about, how do I play this play? Am I stronger than my opponent? How do I use my Q? How do I use my ult? What do I need to build? Well, the results will either be 1, you not being able to maximize your learning capabilities, or 2, you will learn the champion, but you will lose LP on the journey. And after you've lost your LP, you will just drop the champion and start learning a new one, because you haven't gained your LP. Before we'll go into our third tip, and probably your favorite one since it's the most valuable one, if you liked what you've heard so far, don't forget to kill the like button, and in the comment section below, let me know which champion you chose to master. Personally for me, it's Zeri. I just love the amounts of AoE she has in her kit. And to top it all off, dude, those zoomies, she's everywhere, but she's nowhere. She has so much damage, you can't kill her. She's in your face, she's out of your face. Woo! Can't get enough of it. And if you have any questions about your champion, feel free to contact us on either our Discord channel or check us out on Twitch. All the links to my socials are right in the description box below the video. With that being said and done, let's get going, man. Alright, so tip number 3, and you're going to love this one. Taking the easiest route possible. And it really doesn't matter which champion you chose to play, there are probably at least 1 or 2 pros that are playing it. There is an AP Zero main who goes for the support role and reached Masters. There is a main Zinja top lane who reached Challenger. There is an AP Yuumi who plays in the top lane and reached Challenger. You don't actually need to start learning the champion from the ground up. They've done it for you. You don't need to go ahead and start thinking, oh, how do I use this ability? Dude, they've done it for you. So, what we're going to do this time is you're going to watch a pro replay and basically steal their gameplay. Now you're going to find someone that goes for the same build that you like. You watch his replay, you see what he did, you queue up to normal game, and you're doing the same. Just bear that one thing in mind. We're focusing 1 point at a time. So, first replay, let's focus on our laning phase. How do I play the first 15 minutes of the game? Am I supposed to constantly shove my lane and roam around the map? Or do I just sit under my turret and farm it out? Am I supposed to achieve as many kills as I can in the first 3 minutes? Or maybe I just make sure to get that 10 CS per minute. Whatever it is, you analyze it, you look what the pro does, and then you're trying to replicate it into your own game. So, you figured out how do you play the laning phase. Dude, great job. Let's go into our next point. How do I use each of my skills? So even though I read it, I don't know what exactly do I do with it, right? Do I show the wave with it? Do I zone with it? Do I engage with it? How do I use it? And a really great example of that would be Aurelion Sol, where if you go into the depth of Iron and Bronze, you would see all of those Aurelion Sols getting those ginormous Qs, right? The Q is so huge, but it never hits, right? But if we'll go into those Challenger replays, those crazy 80-70% win ratio A-Souls, you'll see them using their E to get all the way to the bot lane, and just on the last second, they will get a really small Q, but that Q always hits, right? Our next point would be positioning. Where do you stand in fights? Do you dive to the enemy backline? Do you try to get picks before the fights? Do you play it front to back? Or maybe you're just chilling behind your own front line, making sure you don't get hit by abilities. Whatever it is, you go ahead, you watch that replay, and you replicate it. You know how to play the laning phase, you know how to position properly, and you know how to use each of your skills. Now, we're going to see how do you play around objectives. Do I try to maybe split top lane and draw as much pressure as possible so my team can actually take the objective? Or do I just group it with my team and try to take it myself? And after we've done all of that, dude, check out builds. Maybe you see your pro builds specific items versus specific champions, or maybe it's just the same static build every single game. While we're on the topic of replicating our pros, if you were trying to achieve that 10 CS per minute mark but had really difficult time, or maybe you're main jungle and Mr. Pro always reached that scuttles on the second it spawns after full clearing, let's make sure that you can do that as well, right? So while tip number 4 might not be anyone's or everyone's favorite, this one is drills. And no, I'm not talking about those pointy ones. For all of us laners, let's go to practice tool. Pick your desired champion, take runes that does not give you more AD, and farm the first 4 waves while trying to reach 22 CS by the end of the 4th wave. But make sure that you do not miss the cannon. And I will say it again, make sure that you do not miss the cannon. So, for some of us, it might take 1 try, and for others, it might take 10. Whichever it is, do not give up. It pays up. Pays off eventually. Take your time, don't rush it. And for our jungle mains, go to YouTube, search your desired champion clear, for example, Shaco jungle clear, and if the person in the video finishes his clear at 3 minutes 13 seconds, give yourself 5 extra seconds and get the clear done. Yo, how pumped are you to go ahead and queue for that ranked game? Well, go for it now. But don't forget, our journey isn't over. keep watching replays, and keep improving. But while doing so, don't forget to enjoy. And that's actually my 5th tip. Keep enjoying the game. If you're tilted, take a break. If you don't have power to see that champion anymore because you just played 50 games of it, dude, take one game with another champion. Everything is fine. Take it slow. There is no need to reach Challenger in one day. No one has done it before, and I don't think that it'll be the first. And as you'll keep investing resources into that specific champion, you'll keep improving. And essentially, you'll hit your desired rank. Whew, that was a lot to cover. I hope that you guys have learned something new. If you have any subject that you want to see covered, let me know what it is, write in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to cover that one. If you want to keep seeing guys by me, feel free to subscribe to our channel to learn new stuff monthly. And if you want to catch us on all of the rest of my social media, all the links are right in the description below. With all that being said and done, catch you all next time. Peace out.